Ow, it's really painful. Climbing stairs or doing anything. Good morning. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico today. Had a long drive yesterday getting up here. I think it's because I'm driving too slow. At least the cars passing me really fast are an indication of that. It's a wonderful morning here, perfect weather, and I am really fortunate to see a bunch of Albuquerque balloons, hot air balloons up in the air. I think there's about 5 or 6. You can see 3 of them right here. I'm about to head into Planet Fitness, do my workout for the day. Not exactly feeling super hot today. I did my leg workout just a couple of days ago, and I think I overdid it. I did lunges, and ow, it's really painful. Climbing stairs or doing anything, and then that's compounded by, I think I slept wrong on my shoulder, maybe because of my legs, and so now I have a hard time turning my head, and my neck is all tight and stiff right through here. So I'm hoping that that loosens up when I go into the gym. I'm going to have to do a light, easy workout today, and then I'm headed to a coffee shop and meeting somebody new that you'll get to see here in a little bit. Just finished my workout. I didn't do much. I think I'm feeling my age. I'm feeling older and older every year. I feel like my body is falling apart. Getting old is sort of an experience. Sometimes I still think I'm in my 30s. I don't know why that is. It's like we want to subtract 10 or 15 or 20 years off of our age. That's maybe how old we think we are in our brain. I keep thinking that I'm in my 30s. I turn 52 next week, so my birthday is just coming up. I'm hoping to be able to celebrate that in Denver with some of my friends. Gonna head out to a coffee shop, get online, do some video editing, check email. I've got a bunch of daily vlogs that I watch from various travelers, various other people, videographers that I admire. This morning I'm meeting a guy that is one of my subscribers to my channel on YouTube. His name is Lou. He lives here in Albuquerque, and last time I was in Albuquerque about 10 days ago, he sent an invite, but it was just as I was leaving town because of the delay between real time and when I post my videos. So anyway, he said, if you're ever back in town, let's get together and have a drink and chat about step vans. So I'm back in town, and I sent him a message in advance and said, let's get together. So we're meeting this morning at this Trifecta coffee shop that I guess is somewhere near Lou's place. And we're going to talk about step vans. It's my understanding that Lou is either buying one or just bought one. I think he's buying one, and has done all these like layouts and plans and stuff. So we're going to sort of talk shop. It should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go inside and grab some coffee, and I'll wait for him. I've got probably about an hour and a half before he gets here, so should be able to get some video editing done before he arrives. Just love privately owned eclectic coffee shops. They are just awesome. And I always love getting my own thermos filled. It's 16 ounce. It just stays hotter a lot longer, so you don't have to drink cold coffee. As they say, I like a little bit of coffee with my cream. I don't have power set up yet in the step van. By power I mean like solar power, extra battery banks, or inverters. So I sort of have a way of getting around that. What I do is I charge up my laptop when I'm in a coffee shop. So I have a full charge on it. And then my phone I charge while I'm driving. Occasionally I'll charge it in a coffee shop if I don't drive very much. And then all other devices pretty much can be charged off of my laptop or run off of my laptop. So I charge my camera off of my laptop, charge any external devices. Pretty much I get USB so that I can charge them. But it's sort of limiting. So one of the first things that I want to do is to get a battery bank, and I want to put it underneath the step van. So that involves getting a fabricator to weld the box to be able to put the batteries in, and then getting some switches and getting it hooked up to the alternator and getting the controllers to do that. All of that kind of stuff I've been trying to research. So every day I'm just overwhelmed with the amount of research for me to learn, because I'm starting from ground zero on almost all of this and working my way up. So there's a huge level of knowledge to learn, and a lot of it I'm just learning online. I don't have a mentor walking me through a lot of these things. So it's a slow process. This gentleman here is Lou, and I guess he's been following some of my videos and has invited me to meet him here, meet a local in Albuquerque, and I just love meeting locals. And so we're going to chat a little bit about step bands today. And he's already equipped with his camera system here.
On or not, or going.
Check this out. It's all attached to his phone. He's got this big Sony gizmo attached to it. It's pretty fancy.
Very nice to meet you. I'm new at this, so pardon me, and I'm new at this.
Hey, I'm new as well. I just started last, August or something like that.
We've already got a zillion subscribers.
Yeah, it's getting up there. I'm getting to almost 5,000, so maybe get to 5,000 today. So that would be pretty incredible.
Yeah,
but think about this. 1 month ago, I was at 1,000.
I've been watching it zooming,
Yeah.
more comments, more followers.
Right.
People who are learning more about you, but also people who are... My connection was a step band connection.
Yeah.
My own interest in having a step band.
Right.
And so, that's how I first found you, through the step band. Keywords or however YouTube.
And I think that's what's happened in the last month, 4,000 people because of the step band. So I think my step band is the star of the show, and it's not actually me.
Oh, don't say that, because we can capture what we want to capture, but it's people's personality, what they say, what they think, that makes it endearing.
Some sort of connection. I should mention that people had encouraged me to do videos several years ago, because I was traveling to all these countries, over 50 countries now, and people are like, you should do videos about your travels. I'm like, nobody wants to see me on, my face on a video. I'm just not that good looking. I'm an older guy, not like the young, sexy people that take their shirt off, they're ripped, or they have the girlfriends that are walking around in thongs or whatever, and so you get this big travel crowd that's following. So I'm like, that's not me. And then I saw a video in August of this last summer when I was over in Latvia, and I saw this video from Casey Neistat, who's a super famous vlogger. And
Crazy guy.
Yeah, and he's up in New York City riding around a skateboard. If you haven't seen it, which you probably have, he's not a good-looking guy. Sorry, Casey. You're not like movie star good-looking.
Very unique.
But Casey has a great personality and an interesting lifestyle, and he's really great at telling a story and very good with videography. And I thought, I'm not a good-looking guy. I don't consider that I have a great personality. And I thought, but why not? I can do this just for my family and friends. If it takes off, great. If not, then that's great too. And so for my first 200 videos that I created in the first 6 months, so I really had almost no following. I was just buying the step band for some reason. You had a keyword search, like you said. And that's how you found me.
Yeah.
And it just sort of took off. 4,000 subscribers just in the last month. Had a very nice coffee meeting with Lou and discussed a lot of things about step bands, and talked a lot about insulation, the theory of insulation, and reflectives versus foam, and combination of foam and reflectives and spray foam. This really interesting conversation. Going to meet up with him again later today, but I'm going to take a break, have some lunch, run some errands, work on a video upload, and hopefully connect with him later this evening, probably for dinner. There's two things that I want to accomplish today on the step van, and one of them I had absolutely no idea about till I met with Lou today. And he told me that the back side of the steering wheel here is not clean, that it's dirty. I can't see it, but apparently when the camera is there where it's sitting now looking back at me, you all can see it in the camera, and I just never noticed it when I was editing the video because I was looking at me instead of the back of the steering wheel. So got myself a rag and a little squirt bottle, and figured I would put some cleaner stuff on here and try to clean the back side. Not sure if I'm going to be able to see this, but anyway, I'm going to try to clear the steering wheel so you guys don't have to write comments about that. Somebody wrote a comment, I was like, well, the steering wheel feels fine to me. It looks clean on this side. One thing that I've been meaning to work on, I noticed the other day looking at my fuse box that the fuses seem to be the wrong fuses, the wrong rating for each of the fuses, like a 30 watt, a 5 watt, all these different ratings seem to be in the wrong spots. I was looking at a diagram. I have this PDF of my service manual for the step van, and just looking at this diagram here, it says like instrument panel 5 amp, horn 15 amp, ignition 20 amp. Some of these are in the wrong spot. So what I want to do is pull them all out and put them all back in and get them in the correct spots with the correct amperage. And hopefully this fixes a few things, like the heater blower motor has not been working since I've owned it. I had an experience I'll link above where I was driving down the interstate just after I bought this in the freezing cold and decided to flip the switch to activate the blower heater, and what it did was it shut down the entire engine. It shut down some sort of fuse blue that runs the fuel pump, and everything just came to a screeching halt, and I didn't know what was going on, didn't have any spare fuses, ended up having to pay for a guy, a mobile mechanic, to come out and drop a fuse in there and get the whole thing running again. So anyway, I'm going to do some diagnostic here and basically pull all the fuses out and put them back in according to the diagram, and if there's any that are wrong, I'm going to substitute them with the correct fuse to go in the correct spot, and this should help me out. Alright, I think I got them all correct. That should improve things, at least in my theory, my estimation. Progress, because before, when you would click this little button here, the entire engine would die. And now I click it, and everything's okay, engine's still running. So I think that's a fantastic sign. My guess is that the fuse that was on this circuit here was too low, maybe a 5 amp fuse, and maybe it takes a 30, and it was blowing it out when you turn that fan on. So I think everything's great. That's some big progress. I just finished up here at Starbucks, have another video uploading, and Lou has invited me to come grill at his house and have some dinner with him. So I'm going to head out there and probably crash the night at his place, and tomorrow morning I'll decide if I'm going to continue further north and go up to Santa Fe. Arrived at Lou's house. Here he is, greeting me with his camera out already. He's starting his vlogging experience, so this is how you do it.
Yeah, how could you go wrong starting with 7? Right?
Well, you got to start somewhere. I'm in the backyard here with Lou, and he has a box here for me with a homemade ribbon on it. I have absolutely no idea what's inside, so I'm going to open this up. Let's see what we have here. It's heavy.
That was my attempt.
Oh, it's books, travel books, additions to my library.
Well, there's one in particular, one interesting book at the bottom.
Reese.
That was the
Lewis
secret
and
book.
Clark.
This was the surprise book.
Nice.
Well, because it doesn't, it's
Version.
different than the rest of the books.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Kind of a variety.
Yeah, that's great. It's a great way to start a collection there. Lou and I had a wonderful evening. We had some burgers together in his backyard, enjoyed the sunset, just going down, the great weather. Awesome conversations about nomadic living, step vans, all the build out things, some mechanical stuff. And that's basically it. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Savor the moment. See you next episode.